out in nature. It's beautiful out today. Wish I could had a walking partner. It's a gorgeous day today. Come and get some fresh air. I started a new job on Monday of last week. It's going pretty good so far, I guess. It is a work from home job, customer service, doing prior authorizations for pharmaceutical drugs. And it's a lot to learn. So I'm kind of excited about that. And I'm going to be having to move soon. And I'm kind of excited about that. Scared and excited at the same time. So I got a lot going on with the holidays coming up. And for me, it's just a bit overwhelming because right now I'm just trying to get my footing. I have been hospitalized 3 times in 2 months. I'm having a lot of digestive issues, and I go see a surgeon coming up Tuesday, November 7th. So it just is a lot to think about all at one time. Moving, perhaps having to have a surgery, and now on top of having this job. It's all at my apartment I'm in now. I set it up there, and I'm like, oh God. I'm moving because every year you get a renewal letter here in Georgia. And generally, since I've been in this complex, the renewal would only increase by $50, and I've been here almost 7 years, so $50 a year, which I think is really fair. However, this time, it has increased 5 times the amount than the usual amount of $50. So they want to increase my rent by $319, which in my opinion is so ridiculous. First of all, the townhomes that I live in are not of a luxury group of apartment homes that are in the area of where I live at. And their argument is that because their market rent for apartments my size is going for $1,750, they're going to increase my rent to $1,489 for the 3-bedroom. And the apartment is really a mediocre townhouse. Everything in it is outdated. They have outdated cabinets, outdated what else? Outdated like the AC and furnace doesn't properly operate. It's just not a fabulous apartment. The floors are faux laminate wood, cheap, which is tearing up unbelievably. Every time you move your furniture around, it just tears it right up. And it's just not the top notch stuff what people are charging $1,750 for in this area. Most people that's charging that kind of rent in apartment homes, $1,750, you're talking about a decent luxury grade apartment. Appliances are stainless steel, nice appliances and all that. This apartment has Hot Point, honey. And you know what Hot Point is, okay? They white appliances, and they're the cheapest and the lowest of all appliances that's on the market. Okay, so it's not like you're going to be getting a top-notch luxury apartment. So their hopes is to get me not to agree to the $1,489 so that they're able to put me out. Mind you, a loyal, faithful tenant who's been here going on 7 years, would have been going on 7 years had I renewed, and they've never had a problem with it. But see, this is what we're living in today. We are living in profit over people. These complexes and so forth, they're just greedy. The owners, the property managers, whoever own these properties, which is, you know, a lot of them are some of the biggest companies in the world, like BlackRock and Vanderbilt and all these other companies. Mine's in particularly, I'm not sure if BlackRock hand is in this, but I wouldn't be surprised in regards to if they are. I know the property management group is Elmington Group out of Kentucky, and I just, am very shocked at this increase because, like I said, I've never seen an increase so high. I actually thought they put the notification on the wrong door. I called the leasing office and said, wait a minute, is this correct? Did y'all put this on the wrong door? No, ma'am, it's correct. So she basically told me that, yes, the market rent is going for $17.50 in the area in which I live in. So they can raise the rent here, no problem, because landlords are able to do that, which I also think is ridiculous. I think there should be some type of cap as far as what they can raise the rent to for tenants, especially during this time after we've gone through the pandemic and all that. Well, guess what? I was told that this was prior pandemic. The rent that I was paying was prior pandemic rent, and this is the new post-pandemic rent. Hey, how you doing?
Whoa, keep moving. I don't know how he.
Oh yeah, I understand.
He's not my dog.
Oh, okay, I got you. So, another person on the trail. As you can see, I'm out in the woods. But yeah. So my rent that I was paying was post-pandemic rent. But the rent that they want me to pay now is going to be post-pandemic, which right now the economy is a mess. Any human being, any of my brothers and sisters out here that's watching and following me or even connecting with me through my channel or anything like that, I know we are all struggling. The middle class Americans, the ones that work these jobs and do everything we can to make ends meet, to keep shelter and food on the table. I've been going to food banks to get food here lately because I don't qualify for anything. I started a new job just this Monday, but I don't qualify for anything as far as food stamps or anything like that. And I'm okay with that because, I think everybody should be able to get it when they have a need. And guess what? I do have a need, but I don't qualify. And I haven't qualified in the past because of the income I had. So, it's just crazy because, like I said, inflation has been terrible. The food prices are gone up tremendously. And the average American, the working class American, are truly struggling to make ends meet and just to keep shelter and food on the table. And to be looked at, and then, they could take this, they're not taking none of that in consideration when they're making these demands and increase on the rent in which they're charging, especially at this time. I just think the government or the state should have capped off the amount of rent that could be charged during this time, because there is no way for the average American, and this is my opinion, I'm entitled to it, and any and everyone that's listening to me, you're entitled to yours as well, but there is no way that the average American person can afford increase in rent with everything going up, the inflation, the food, the groceries, and everything. However, nobody's freaking paychecks is increasing. There's no, and there's been no increase in payroll for the average American person. So I literally was working a part-time job because I am, I've been deemed disabled since 2010 because I was diagnosed with lupus and I have other issues as far as what's going on with my digestive tract and all of that. So, which is why I may have to have this surgery. But yeah, I been deemed disabled since 2010, so I get disability, and I was working a part-time job, just, during that time when the world was shut down and the pandemic was going on, and that kind of sustained me on top of what I was getting with, because my son, the support his father was providing for him, which, I'm very grateful for. So yes, based off of what I was receiving, I was, sustaining myself. But because of the inflation and everything that's going on around me and around the world, I have now been on the market looking for a full-time job, which I found a job, and I'm transitioning, trying to see if I'll be able to work a full-time position since I have all this stuff going on medically. But I am actually trying because at this point, there's no way for me to exist or to survive here on my disability. Because, if you're on disability, that's probably less than $1,000. Doesn't even cover rent. It may cover a portion of your rent. And you still have the responsibility of your utilities and your groceries and just your household goods, your toiletries and all of that. So there's just no way to survive on disability. So right now I'm just trying to transition to see if I'll be able to do and go back into the work world. I'm prayerful that I will. I have, like I said, had many medical problems and been hospitalized here lately. And one of the reasons I'm going to see a surgeon is to see if we can rectify what's going on with my digestive tract. Although I'm very frightened because it's a hernia mesh that's in me, and the doctors believe that's what's causing the problem. And I'm already tied up in this class action suit for the fact that this mesh had a recall on it back, I think, 2019, I believe. So I've been in this litigation for a minute, and they want me to get it removed. If it's so defective, take it out, take it out. Well, listen, it's easy for them to say, the manufacturers, because it's not in their body. The doctors and the surgeons that I've seen while in the hospital have indicated, have indicated that it's a grave risk to me to have it removed because it's been implanted in me since 2017, and they don't know how it is in my body, if it's impeded into my organs and so forth, and that by removing it, it could possibly cause holes in my intestines. Holes in your intestines means shit in your bloodstream. Anybody knows what that is. It's not a genius that can figure that out. Shit in your bloodstream, excuse my language, is sepsis. It'll kill me, basically. So I've already seen 3 surgeons who feel like it's just very dangerous to go and proceed with removing it. But again, like I said, the manufacturers are like, if it's so defective, take it out, take it out. Well, like I said, I'm going to go see another surgeon, get his opinion, professional opinion, and I'm going to go from there. Because the other surgeons were general surgeons within the hospital. This doctor is particularly a specialty surgeon, like within the guts, intestines, scar tissue, so forth. And he may be able to give me some better guidance. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. So right now I'm just, dealing with a lot of stuff on my plate. And I generally come outside, connect in nature so that I can sort through the things that are transpiring around me in my life. I have so much going on. I don't have a lot of support, that I can lean on. So I come to YouTube and I share with you all because I know some of you all are facing challenges as well. Perhaps you're on the spiritually awakened journey and you've had all the crazy things happening around you. Seems like things are just falling apart. People are falling away. Something is shifting in your soul, your person, who you are as a whole. And you just feel like you're just getting slammed constantly. And that's been me. For 5 years, 5, 6 years, I've been on the awakening journey. I've had all kind of craziness going on around me. And yeah, I just question a lot of stuff and what we've been taught, what we've been indoctrinated into, and all that kind of stuff. So it can be overwhelming. The spiritual path is not an easy path. I can say that for sure. It's not an easy path, and there's some heavy crap on this walk. Really heavy crap on this walk because you have to have an outlet, something positive to release feelings, emotions, and so forth. You have to have that. My outlet is coming outside, walking in the woods, connecting with nature, breathing in fresh air, quieting my mind, and seeking guidance. And then another outlet for me is art. I love to paint, and I get a lot of my inspirations from nature. So I see and have encounters with animals, birds, butterflies, bugs, synchronicities, numbers constantly. And those visions and the things that I've encountered, I have actually put to canvas because it just helps remind me of the walk that I'm on. And right now, I've seen 2 yellow butterflies. Right, it's in the fall. We're in the fall here in Georgia, and I've seen 2 yellow butterflies already on my walk today. Yellow is the color of the sun. It's a very positive color, and that is just, in my opinion, God communicating with me that although you are dealing with a lot of things currently on your path, you are going to be okay. It's part of the path that we have to embrace, even the scary part, the parts that, being that we're human, we want to control everything. I know I want to control everything because I come from such a hard knock life coming up as a child, not really having stability in my life, in and out of foster homes, ward of the state, and although I have connection to my family, I'm the baby of 7. I don't have a very strong tie with them. And no matter what I've done in my lifetime trying to have connections with them, it just has never really, it's never really came together like I would like. I'm okay with that. I've released that part of my life to God, to love and light, because truthfully, although they are my family and I love them and I really wish we could be closer, I can't make people have relationships with me. And I'm okay with that. I've come to accept it and be okay with it because it is what it is. And I'm so blessed that God has really put people in my life, aligned people in my life that I'm grateful for, that have kept me pretty much uplifted, kept me in prayers and so forth, and were strategically, in my opinion, they were put in my life for a reason. And I'm grateful for that. Those people have impacted my life in ways that they'll probably never ever know. You know, I had the family, the Somerville family back in Ohio, whom I love dearly. Very close knit family when I was coming up. They included me in all the family things, and I'm so grateful for that. Excuse me. Okay, get it together, Keisha. I'm sorry, y'all. I am pretty much a crybaby. Sometimes I just get emotional when I think about things. Anyway, they kept me close to them, and I think I got a lot of beautiful things from that family, you know, because I spent all my holidays and stuff with them. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. I had the Rigby's as well. They're also in Ohio. Um, my Aunt Annie Pearl, phenomenal woman. She's gone on and passed away years ago, but one of the most amazing women I ever known in my life. So giving and loving, always opened her home to everybody, always made enough food for even if someone just accidentally came by. You know, no one was invited but just was stopping by. She always had food on the stove and anyone was welcome to eat. She was a phenomenal woman. She is the mother of my very best friend, April, and I love her tremendously too. Anywho, I'm trying to keep my faith, y'all. I, in the midst of all of this, it's a lot. Sorry. So, I'm asking for prayers. Please pray for me. I'm constantly under attack, spiritual attack. Anybody that knows anything about spiritual attack, it comes from every direction. The past year has been tough. I mean, very, very tough. And I am praying for God to give me the strength to forge forward, to enlighten me, to bring me the guidance needed on my next steps, because right now I just feel like I'm walking blindfolded. My lease is coming up to end December 31st of this year, and the rent here in Georgia is unbelievably high. And although I just started this new job, I don't know. It's so many different things that they want for you to even qualify to get in a place anymore. And my credit just isn't what it was before. I worked on it. I had like close to 800 score. But the pandemic, you know, it caused a lot of um, havoc for so many people, just using their credit and stuff to, you know, stay afloat. And yeah, my credit just isn't what it used to be. But I am a firm believer that God is a way maker. He always has kept me. He's always kept me, always provided for me, always aligned me with people who loved and embraced me and kept me uplifted, even from my very young age, when I was being tossed from to and from, in foster homes or whatever, and with my grandmother. I had a phenomenal kindergarten teacher that I loved as well. She was aligned in my life also, Miss Kunkel. She retired. She's also in Ohio, but like I said, I have been aligned with some phenomenal people that have really made such impact on my life. I'm so grateful for them. I'm grateful to God for my life. I'm the baby of 7, and I've gone through so much in my lifetime. Many things I've encountered and experienced. You know, I tell people all the time, I don't know if you would live a day or two walking in my footsteps, because it has not been an easy journey. However, I do know that through experiences, you gain so much humility. Like, I look around me and I see people struggling, and my heart breaks for everybody. I pray for everybody. I pray for their healing and their, you know, come to um, a place of being, what do you call it, comfort. Like, just be comforted. Come to a place of calmness and acceptance, and just knowing that we can't control everything and everything that's happening around us. We don't have control over it. We just have to have faith that somehow, some way, it's going to work out. And that's what I'm standing in right now. I'm standing in the faith that somehow, some way, this will work out too, as it always has in my favor. But when you're a person, when you're a human being, of course, and the unknown is before you, you are very unsure. You're frightened because you don't know how things are going to work out. There's no real understanding in how things will unfold. And I'm a mother, so of course I am concerned because I have another person who depends upon me. Um, and this is a scary place to be, to not know where I'm going to be. The roof that's going to be over my head, and so forth. If I'm going to be able to afford it, if I'm even going to qualify to get into anything because of all the other stuff that's going on. So it's just a scary place. Again, I'm asking for you all that are truly on the same path that I'm on, that you're spiritually awakened, that you're conscious to what is going on, those that are truly connecting with God, source, universe, all of that, to keep me in your prayers. Okay, keep me in your prayers, keep me lifted up, and I will be doing the same for you all, because no matter what, our race, our religion, our beliefs, none of that matters. We truly are all brothers and sisters. We are all connected through the creation of our God, Lord Jesus, the one who created us, the one that created this world, the one that created everything on this earth. We are all brothers and sisters. I don't care about your color. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about your belief. I don't care about none of that. I care about the person, the soul behind the avatar. So I'm praying for you, and I'm asking you all to pray for me. Keep me in your prayers. This is a tough time for many of us, and I know that somehow, some way, it's going to work out. Even in the midst of chaos, sometimes things have to fall apart to fall into place. I still believe that God is working this out for the good of all his children. All of his children. That's you, me, and everyone on this globe. He's working it out for us all. I love you all. I'm going to get back to my walk because I was winded trying to talk, so I stopped so that I wouldn't be huffing and puffing on this video. But I love you all. Stay encouraged and know that I am always praying for you. And thank you for coming to my channel, Love and Guiding Light. I am Keisha, and if you feel led to do so, please share this video. If you feel led to do so, please subscribe. If you feel led to do so, please give my video a thumbs up. And I pray to see you all back. Like I said, I have got lots of synchronicities today, so I'll probably be coming on to do a reading or just, give you all my intuitive messages that I'm picking up from God right now. But I need to get back and to connecting with him in order to be able to channel those messages. And I will bring back to you all as soon as I have had my time to connect completely with him. I will come back and bring you all the messages that I'm receiving. But stay encouraged and know that you are being prayed for by me. I love you all. Your sister, your friend, Keisha. Toodles.